Well, I think one of the most successful adventures that the CDF decided to undertake was when we got into a partnership with the city in actually building and developing industrial parks. You know, a company would come to town and they'd say they wanted 20 acres. Well, I could go out and show them land that was adjacent to the city or all around the city, but then you had to go through an annexation process and a zoning process, and you had to get the infrastructure to them. And it was a very prolonged, very complicated step to do that. Most companies in the early 90s didn't have the time to do that. They didn't have the expertise to do that. They were making widgets, and the faster they could get the widgets out the door, the faster they were making a profit. And we wanted to assist them in doing that.
That's where the Woodbridge idea came from. Again, we didn't have any money, and we didn't have a particular location in mind. But a longtime resident here, Lloyd Shelton, came to me one day and told me that he had some family and business connections, and that he thought that he could get us a good price on the property where is now located the Woodbridge Business Park. And he was right. Those folks were real good to us. We acquired that property at a very low price. Again, had no money to develop it, so we needed a helper. And the Kellermeyer brothers came along just in time to rescue us. And I always say that if it weren't for Don Kellermeyer, there would not be a Woodbridge Business Park. He purchased the site where their business is now located from us, and is the reason there's a separate entrance to that business, unlike all the rest of them off of Woodbridge Boulevard, is because Woodbridge Boulevard didn't exist then because we couldn't build it. And with the money from that sale, we were able to develop the park and made the rest of it possible.
The industries who were coming to look at property in Bowling Green felt that it was close to I-75. Its location just could not have been better for both transit to north to Detroit or south to Cincinnati. It was just an excellent location. And so we developed it. We used city funding to put in the water and sewer lines. We also had some assistance from the state of Ohio, but not a lot. Most of it was done strictly by the city of Bowling Green and the CDF. And it was amazing how well that worked. We were able to entice some Japanese firms, and it just really went very well. But because it went so well, since then, the CDF itself has purchased property and developed it into business parks. And it has been a real benefit.